Meanwhile.
So like basically I did a little bit of digging research today, and so basically it's like there's whole grain and there's refried grain. And basically refried grain is like let's say rice, the white rice that is served with Chinese food. They strip the stuff, the nutrients and stuff like that already comes in it, and then they put it back in afterwards. And it's like, yeah, you still getting it, but when you when it's not stripped, you have longer lasting energy source. So it's like that rice might fuel you for, I don't know, a short amount of time, but it's like it's nothing like the whole grain that isn't stripped, that is not stripped. The nutrients is not stripped, Also, the flour is refined grain because they strip the nutrients and stuff like that, and then they put iron and the other nutrition stuff back in after, and also they bleach the flour, so it's like it's not that much healthy because they putting that stuff back in afterwards. And it's like we're aiming for energy for a longer time, and it's like that brown rice is going to give you that energy that you actually need for your body to have that long lasting energy source for your body. So yeah, and I mean eventually I get better at actually what is it called, saying the names of these nutrients and stuff like that they're stripping away or putting back in, but that's just a little, that's me dumbing it down a little bit, because like I'm not able to fully grasp or those words, man. And this stuff we learn in, like, when you think about it, this is the stuff we learn in like middle school and high school, college, where they talk about simple and simple carbs and complex carbs and stuff like that. And it's like, even to just know that even like the what is it called, the stuff that they said is diet and fat free and stuff like that, even with those things, it's like when they take certain things out of there, all they're doing is adding a whole bunch of sugar to that. So it's like you actually aren't, you still gaining that weight, and it's like you're overeating at that point. And it's like, yeah, it say fat free, or it says it's for diet, but it's like because they add so much sugar and stuff like that, it's good to you, so you're gonna keep eating it, and now you're overeating, but you don't even know it, and you're gaining that weight. But it's like, when you eat stuff like the complex carbs and stuff like that, it's actually not, because that fills you up, you're not gonna gain as much weight as you are with the things that they actually soak with sugar. So I mean, it's a lot to take in, but it's like it's worth it, because like your health is important. Not having certain things means that hair loss, or bad skin, or getting bigger and stuff like that over time. So it's definitely worth to know. Okay, so a fun fact is that enzymes that help you break down your digestion system and stuff, that's actually used in laundry detergent in order to break down stains and stuff that you may get on your shirts. So I thought that was a cool fact to mention. Also, how like at fast food places, or manufacturers and stuff like that. I'm sorry I'm pronouncing these names and things like that wrong, but the information is here. So like when they freeze their foods and stuff like that, they make sure that their fries, patties, buns, and everything else like that are like low in fiber, That way, like, all their food tastes the same every time. So basically, I don't know how in the heck that is possible, but I guess like if they have low fiber in their, patties, buns, and fries and stuff like that, it makes their food taste better, which isn't good for us because we need those fiber. So like when people mention fiber, it's usually around, health and weight loss. But I don't know if y'all knew, but obviously, fiber is a complex carbohydrate, stuff like spinach, sweet potatoes, steel cut oatmeal, black beans, lentils, brown rice pasta, stuff like that. And basically, having that fiber reduces our risk of, diseases like diabetes, heart disease, colon cancer, so it's like these things that are being stripped from our foods, or that we're getting, not the amount that is recommended per day, which I think like back in the day it used to be like 100 grams of fiber, and then now it's like 25 and then 26 grams for teens and stuff like that. But it's like we're not even getting that, because we're either not eating breakfast or, we're taking shortcuts and stopping at McDonald's, getting a patty, which is low in fiber. So it's like we're not getting the intake that we need to get every day. And like how there's a saying, like, make sure you chew your food. When you chew your food, it allows for, the nutrients and proteins and stuff like that to be, taken out and used to go, within your body. But like when you just swallow, it just like, goes right down. So you're not really getting the you're not allowing for the nutrients and proteins and stuff like that to take its like full effect on your body. So I thought that was interesting to know. It's like I thought doing my research on this would actually be like boring to me and stuff like that. I'm sorry if like that car is loud and y'all can't hear me, but I'm trying to speak up as loud as I can. But like basically, it's very interesting to know these things because it's like it makes me not want to eat processed or fat food. Well, obviously not processed foods, but like definitely not want to eat, at fast food places anymore. And it's like I'm talking a lot right now. It's hot as heck out here, but I still feel great because like I made sure I ate like breakfast this morning, and it's like and then thing you had brought me food just a minute ago, and I appreciate that because I was gonna be hungry. I sure was about to be hungry, but now I'm not. And it's like that the stuff that I got is gonna be filled with that fiber and other carbohydrates and stuff like that I need in order to fuel my body and keep it going. So like I'm extremely pumped about that. I'm glad I'm able to do my research right now and find all of this out and to be able to share, because like it's one thing for you to like do the research yourself and read, but like sometimes to make it easier, it's better if you like have it in a video so people can like easily click on it and hear about it. I don't know. I don't think I'm at the stage yet where like whatever's coming out of my mouth is interesting, but eventually I find a way to get around that. But it's like it's some shit to know. Like as soon as I learn what I need to learn, or like I don't know how long that'll take, but it's like when I get to the point where I'm confident in what I've learned and did my research on, I'm gonna try to go months, years without consuming the things that aren't good for me and see how that has effect on my health, my hair, my body and stuff like that. Because like my stomach has been giving me problems, and I'm like, I know it's because of the junk food that I've been consuming. I know it's because of the hot stuff. I know it's because of those things. And it's like that's not a good feeling when I'm trying to I gotta leave that part out. When I'm trying to do some extra curricular activities and like my stomach on 10. Like, that's not okay. So like, you know, I'm just trying to get to the point where like I'm confident enough to go through with this and like figure out, you know, all these terms, because there's a lot, man. It's a lot, but I mean, it's definitely worth it, you know, like all these different diseases and, you know, different things that people are taking on nowadays. It's like, you know, that's all these things are coming because like we don't have the things that we need in order to, you know, keep our energy level and to keep our bodies healthy and, you know, rid of these diseases and, you know, other things that come from, you know, not taking care of ourselves. So hey, it's again, it's definitely worth it. So basically, you know, to sum it all up, when you're able to enjoy, you know, whole grains, rather than eating fortified processed grains, you get the fiber and nutrients, you know, that you know, deserve and need. And that's your whole grains. You'll get a plate full of color. You know, that's brown rice, red rice, black rice, wild rice, wheat berries, millet, oats, you know, stuff like that, instead of fortified grains.